For philosophy class, I came in with the goal of labeling how my brain functioned, what my beliefs were, what my morality level was, like how would the world look at what I was doing. Um, and I believe I have done that. So I'm gonna try and show you the evolution of all the work that I've been able to accomplish towards that goal. So we'll start towards what I came in with, nihilism. Believe that nothing matters, we're all gonna die, there is no purpose to anything we do. That nihilism quickly evolved into existentialism, based on just a general desire to have structure and order in the world. Like I wouldn't want laws to be broken. I went to existentialism. The next step was figuring out my morality. And considering I already decided my core was existentialism, I needed to look at Kant. He had three sets of rules. Moral code. Everyone has a set of moral values that we all universally share. Science and time are something outside of our control that is stagnant and does not change. And then there is the afterlife, what he believed to be pure perfection. So, the first step was dismantling all this. Perfection is not real. There is no single person who can be morally perfect, and there is no naturally occurring geometric shapes in nature. There's no perfect circle or octagon that exists that just spawns out in the world. So that definitive lack of proof for perfection disproves what the afterlife could be, which gets rid of our first issue. Now, science and time are a bit more tricky to rule off, but where the issue arises is that myth. It is not static. It is ever evolving through scientific discoveries. So that raises that possibility. And a universal moral code can be ran off through cultural differences. Cannibalism is okay in some countries. Eating dogs is common custom in other places. We just don't really like it. So that refutes a universal moral code, thereby getting rid of Kantian ethics and showing that there is no rule set for morality. Which brought me to utilitarianism. Basically, the idea that any given correct moral action is right based on the situation. And I think the best example to look at for this is the good old-fashioned trauma problem. 8 in 10 people would agree that it is the wrong thing to do. The problem goes as follows. You can do nothing and kill 5 people, or you can do something and kill 1. No matter what, you're responsible for someone's death. So a utilitarian would look at it and decide what causes the most amount of happiness in this given situation. It would be killing 1 person and saving the 5, so you switch tracks. And while you are now culpable for murder, the biggest level of happiness was achieved. And this is what I believe is my moral scale. I believe I try and follow this in my day-to-day life. Next branch we can look at is politics. I was never a political person. I saw it as a way for people to argue, which it is in a sense, but it's also a way to empathize with people. You can empathize with race, you can empathize with gender, you can empathize with different sexualities, you can empathize with anything by learning about political. Then spread off to here, and in here. That's where I believe politics plays a crucial role in my philosophical insight. So the final branch to look at is our general existence. Are we real? I think, therefore, I am. I believe that's the simplest way to explain why I'm comfortable in my own skin and why I believe I exist. But then from this question spurred a second question. Am I deterministic? Or am I pro-free will? Now, making fun of it, stating that it's a way for people to not take responsibility for their actions. But there is one external perspective you can take that I think still leaves a worthy reason to keep this. It inspires empathy. So you can look at another person and you can't really understand their actions, but you can understand that something led up to those actions. That's how you can develop empathy for any single person in the world. And I feel like that's a deterministic framework. So I definitely try and do this with most things I can relate to on a personal level. And then free will is something I've always believed in. We are in control of our own actions, our own destiny. We pave the road we want to walk. We need a bit of both in the end. Flow chart needs to exist. There is no singular answer to how a human brain functions. There's the scientific view. There is this view, the philosophical view. There is the tree metaphor, the spiderweb metaphor. There are a number of ways to describe it, but in the end, there is no singular possibility to describe the brain. But I hope I've been able to use this to describe myself and my beliefs.